Hello, hello, beautiful people. So glad you're here. Let me make sure my volume is up. Hello and welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me tonight. I am so excited. For those of you that don't know me, my name is author Pamela Garrison, and I am here. This is another BuBBle Talk Live. And I'm just excited for this time. I'm excited for this month. I'm excited for this release of information that I'm about to share in this journey that we're about to embark on. I'm just excited about it all because this month, the beautiful month of November, this is the month that I gave birth to my beautiful daughter, Taja Nicole Thompson. This is the month that I gave birth to Taja, and it's a time of celebration. It's a time of celebration, and I'm going to tell you the whys. Why are we celebrating? Well, one, because, she's a beautiful young lady. As you can see, that is her likeness in the image behind me. So let me know that you're here. Say hello. I am trying to see comments. If I am broadcasting live from StreamYard. Welcome to all my YouTube people. Welcome to all of you that are in here in BuBBle Talk Live, as well as on my business page, Pamela Garrison. I appreciate you for taking some time out of your day and sharing some time with me. I appreciate it. I don't take any of it for granted. So I am so glad that you are here. So glad that you are a part of everything that's going on and that you're following me on this journey. Many of you have been following me since I released my book back in 2017 when all of that came together. And here we are in 2020. And I wanted to do definitely wanted to do something. Hi, Garnetta, glad you're here. Hi, Linda, glad you're here. Cheryl. So hello, hello, hello. I can see, I always have my backup so that I can see some of the comments and that type of thing, because it doesn't always show for me in this platform. But again, I am glad you're here. And I wanted to share something with you guys. I'm excited about Miss Taja. So like I said, this is the month that I gave birth to Miss Taja. And Taja's birthday is on November 7th, which is Saturday. So I wanted to say, what can I do? What could I do for her birthday? How can we celebrate? And just like I celebrated the month of August for myself, what we're going to do is we're going to celebrate the month of November in honor of Taja. And so those of you that know me or have been in my circles, you will know that I have this vision that I've always had. I've had this vision. I've been carrying this vision for quite a few years now. And I was speaking with one of my sisters in the journey. And, and she asked me, Pam, how's that thing going? And I was like, I didn't know what she was talking about. And, so she reminded me of the vision that I had told her about. And that vision is Taja's house. So let me tell you a little bit about Taja's house. Taja's house is a vision that I have for those who are caregivers of special needs individuals. Those who are caregivers with the special interest, of course, with those who are dealing with autism and epilepsy, because those are the things that we deal with and those are the things that we have to work through. So my vision is to create a nonprofit organization, and it's called Taja's House. So Taja's House will be a place that provides a fun-filled environment for special needs individuals. And so I'm going to elaborate on some of that. I'm just going to basically give the highlights. But before I do that, my mama in the house. Hi, mama. Glad you're here. My mama's in the house. So got to say hello to my mom. That's always a blessing. And so let me give you a little bit of Taja's backstory. You know, I gave birth to her. And shortly, now I want to say, okay, number one, number two, hey, I see you, family in the house. I love it. I love it. I have an awesome family, people, in case y'all didn't figure that out yet. Very supportive family. So when I gave birth to Taja, when Taja came in this world, she was a whopping 10 pounds, 11 ounces. Yes, all natural. So, you know, that's a whole nother story by itself, but we birthed that baby. We did that. We birthed that baby. We did it. We did it. Yes, we did. So whole 10 pounds, 11 ounce. Taja came into this world. And so it wasn't too long in the journey. She was about 3 months old when I realized that her development wasn't quite right. It wasn't normal. It wasn't like other kids. And often when I say this type of thing or that type of thing, I noticed it when she was about 3 months old. And I would bring in the information to my doctors and, you know, to her doctors, to pediatrics. And I say, you know, she's not developing right. There's certain things that she's just not doing that she should be doing. You know, she's 3 months old, you know, it's just certain things, you know, today's babies, you know, they're real alert. But even then, it was just certain things that I noticed that she was not doing. And so, you know, doctors said, well, you know, every child is different. And you know, we'll just give it time. And I was like, you know, something's not right. And so that mother's intuition, I knew that something wasn't right. And so time went on, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. And those of you who are mothers or new mothers and you're taking your baby to their appointments, pediatrician appointments, and they're asking you, well, your child is this age and they should be doing this and they should be doing this, and then go down this checklist. And as they was rattling off all of these things that she should be doing at 8 months or she should be doing at 9 months, all I can say is no, she's not doing that. No, she's never attempted that. No, that's not what's happening, you know, at home. And so when she got about 11 months, then the pediatricians start to get concerned because my answers were still no, she's not doing those things. And so then they wanted to send me to a specialist. They said, let's take you to a specialist and have someone, the head pediatricians, look at this. Let's have them check her out. And I say these things to help encourage somebody because, see, now I have some experience and I don't have 2 years. I have Taja birthday is Saturday, and on Saturday, Taja is going to be 27 years old. Hear me when I tell you, because when you listen to this story, so as we go to the head pediatrician and they're looking at her and they're looking at her movements, they're looking at what she's doing. Hi, Simone. Thank you for joining me. And I saw Melissa came on. So talking about your girl, Taja, Melissa. So thank you for joining me. Patience is in the house. I see you. I see you guys as you're coming on. And so we went to the pediatrician, the head pediatrician, Kaiser, Oakland, California. You know, some things you just never forget. And they said, we're going to do an evaluation and we want to take a look at her because she's not developing as she should be. She's almost 1 year old, and she's still not just doing a lot of things. She wasn't trying to crawl. She wasn't trying to reach for things. She wasn't trying to grab your keys. She didn't care about you laughing. She didn't care about toys. She didn't care about any of those things. And so then they were starting to get concerned. And I, as the mother, had already let them know that there is something going on here and it needs to be checked out. So the report that the doctors gave me, I wasn't prepared to hear the words they were given, but I'm going to tell you what they said. They told me that my daughter, at the time, she was just about to turn 1. And they took a look at her and they said, she's never going to live to see three. I'm going to say it again. They told me she's not going to live to see 3 years old. And this is just by looking at her. And I said, so why did you say that? Why are you saying that to me? And I said, you haven't taken any tests. You haven't done anything. She said, well, just by observation. And I'm looking at the way in which she's moving. And I'm looking at how she's struggling, and at the time her motor skills were not developed. So she would shake with everything. She couldn't pick up things. And it was, very hard to watch, but her motor skills had not yet developed. And so they told me that we believe she have this thing called Rett syndrome. And Rett syndrome is something that happens in predominantly in African American babies, where they're beautiful, gorgeous babies, and Taja was definitely a gorgeous baby, right? And it was like, but they regress instead of progress, is what I was told. And they told me that, she said, do you have medical insurance? I'm like, yes, I do. She told me to keep medical insurance and keep life insurance. I'm about to get to that, Garnetta. She said, keep medical insurance and keep life insurance, because this baby is not going to live to see 3 years old. Now, I'm a young mother. She's not my firstborn. She's my thirdborn, but still, this is not something that a mother wants to hear. But one thing I've always been, I want to say, at least as a young woman, they told me, my faith. I believe God. And so as Garnetta just typed in, whose report will you believe? So I looked at the doctors and I said to them, I looked at this particular doctor and I told her, my faith does not allow me to receive the report that you are giving to me. And see, some of you need to hear that right now, because sometimes you go places and you'll hear reports and you pick this stuff up and you hold on to it and you carry, because you don't know that you don't have to receive everything somebody said to you. I don't care if they're wearing a white coat. I don't care if they have 5 degrees. I don't care how many doctorates and letters are behind their names. Sometimes you have to know that you know that you know, and this is what you know. And this is one of the things that deep down in my spirit, I knew I cannot receive this report. So they told me that I need to keep this medical, and I needed to keep life insurance, because surely she wasn't going to see 3. Now, remember I said she wasn't 1 year old yet when I got this report. So then the anxiety will set in as you're trying to, you get a little paranoid, and you're trying to watch this child every move, and you're scared to leave the room, and all of these thoughts will come up. But I had to keep saying, God is in control. God is in control, not man. Because see, I received this report without evidence. There was no evidence to substantiate anything that I was being told. But I had evidence that the Lord was my shepherd. I had evidence that the Lord had brought me out of many different situations. That my evidence. So they was giving me this report without even checking her blood. They didn't do any tests. They said, I'm just looking at her, and by her looks, I'm saying to you, you need to brace yourself for this. Now, there's some things you should know about me. And one of those things is, when you tell me something, especially when you challenge me in the area of telling me it can't be done, it will not be, or something ultimately negative, like she's not going to live. And I'm like, no, that's not no, I don't receive that. So Taja is going to be 27 years. 27 years. Hi, Ashley, baby. Taja is going to be 27 years on November 7th. And every year we celebrate in some form or fashion. We give praise, glory, and honor to God. Just her life alone. She's breathing, she's living. And we give praise, glory, and honor to God. And I'm so excited to be her mother, to be on this journey. And over these 27 years, I have learned some things. I have learned some things about the system. I have learned some things about her as a baby as she's growing. I have learned some things about parenting or a baby with autism. I have learned some things about when you're dealing with someone who doesn't process food and they have to deal with all these different textures and noises and sounds. I have learned some things on how to be the mouthpiece for a person who cannot communicate what their need. I have learned some things because Taja does not verbally speak words, but she is the loudest nonverbal person that I have ever known. I have learned some things on how you can communicate some things without saying a word, but yet when you pay attention to a person's body language and the things that they're doing, you will understand exactly what they're trying to say to you if you pay attention. I have learned some things on caregiving from a baby all the way into now adulthood, adult caregiving, and how the laws change, so I have learned some things. So yes, I am developing a nonprofit organization called Taja's House. And I'm going to use my wheelhouse of wisdom, one of another bubbles for life, the wheelhouse of wisdom, in order to give information, to get knowledge and some expertise or experts to come on a platform with me and share information to young mothers or just starting out in the journey, or mothers who are having a tough time in the journey, because sometimes this road can feel lonely because you meet a lot of people who don't understand what you're going through. They can't even comprehend. But I'm telling you, we're opening up a platform where you will be able to express these feelings, where you'll be able to express your concerns, where you would be able to fellowship with like-minded individuals that have been in the journey. And so I am looking to reach young mothers. I am looking to reach caregivers. I am looking to reach experienced caregivers who also can partner with me, collaborate with me on how to help train and educate other people in this journey, on this journey. I am looking to build or create let me see how I'm put that. A building in which I will have people coming into Taja's house. But right now, we're going to lay the foundation. Right now, we're going to lay the foundation. It's a progressive plan. Yes, it's going to be awesome. Awesome, Simone. And I'm excited about it because I've been pregnant with this idea for years. I've been saying it for years, but now it's time to take the action. It's time to take the action and make the dream a reality. And we're going to start it off now. We're going to start it off now. And so those are the things that I wanted to share. That's what I said. I'm so excited about it. And if you want more information, let me put this here. You can definitely email me. I'm putting that on the screen. And if you want to be a blessing to this, again, it's going to be a nonprofit organization. If you want to sow some seeds toward this endeavor, then right now I do have a Cash App that's set up. I will have links that are set up so that you're able to donate. I will be releasing the Facebook page for Taja's House. Is going to happen on her birthday. So Saturday, we're going to release the Facebook page, 1:00 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to have her page up, the Taja's House page, and it's going to have more information. Hi, Tara. Thank you for joining me. And so this is a movement that is long overdue. And again, it is to help. So if you know individuals who are in this lifestyle of having to care for a person with autism or a special needs person where they're pretty much full-time caregivers, or they need support, or they need just to talk. Sometimes it's just good just to be able to have a conversation. So I'll be setting up Zoom meetings, and I'll be doing some teachings, and like I said, sharing that wheelhouse of wisdom in order to help another mother or another father overcome, and let you know that you can't believe all the reports that you get. Like I said, for those of you who are just joining me, they told me Taja will not live to see 3. Taja is 27 years on November 7th. And every day that she breathes is it's a blessing to God. It's a blessing to God. It's a blessing. I have to give God the glory, because it is God who gives me the wisdom, who gives me the knowledge, who imparts creative ideas to me, who imparts these things to me so that I can care for her. A lot of people go, I don't know how you do it. I don't understand how you do it. I don't know how you've been committed all these years. Well, I birthed this baby. I birthed this baby. And God, I'm a strong believer. What God blesses you with, he equips you with the materials that you need in order to handle it. So all I can do is take one day at a time, and we bless each other. I look at her journey, and her journey blesses me. I look at her journey and I get blessed. So I know you're going to be blessed by these words as I tell you her journey. So now, when I create, because that will be a book that will be released in 2021, Raising Taja, and all proceeds from that book is going into Taja's house. So all the proceeds from the books, we're going to do a few fundraisers in order to raise money, in order to raise revenue for Taja's house. So I'm going to release the book, Raising Taja. I'm going to do some other fundraisers. There'll be some other t-shirts that's coming up. So get ready. Get ready. Get ready. I need to know who's with me. I need you to share information. I need your help, because this is not for me to do it alone. So your help and your support is going to be greatly appreciated. If not financially, then share the information. Reach out to other mothers, like I said, that's on this journey, or fathers that's on this journey. Every one of us knows someone that's been in this journey or on this journey. Reach out to people, share the information. So, but I am honored that God has chosen me to do this for such a time as this, so that others can be empowered, encouraged, motivated to continue going. Because like I said, the task, the road is not, it has not always been easy. We are challenged. Sometimes daily, you just don't know the behind the scenes. But however, I have a positive attitude. Taja has a positive attitude. She's always been a happy child. And a lot are saying because, okay, she have a happy mother. And yes, because I made a decision long time ago not to give up my joy. My joy is not based on my circumstances. My joy is not based on my situation. And the joy of the Lord is our strength. And so in that joy and in that strength, we stand strong, and we handle the things that come our way. We handle it. Hi, Anna. I'm so glad you're here. So we handle these things. So Taja's house is going to be that platform so that we can share the things that we have overcome. We can share the strategies. We can share some of the tips that we have used in order to make it through these 27 years. And we're believing God, that she lives a full, blessed life. I am still believing that she's going to open her mouth and talk to me, because she's nonverbal. But it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen in the time frame that the doctors put on it. It means that in God's timing, when things come together, I don't know. I never know what to expect. but she may just start talking to me. And you all gonna know that day I say Taja started talking to me, some words that are legible, some words that I can understand, I might just pass out. But when I come through, I'm just saying, we'll keep it real. When I come through, it's gonna be, oh my God, because see, that's a miracle. She's a miracle. And we're gonna continue to trust and believe. We're going to continue to trust and believe, and then we're going to share the information, a lot of the information that we've gained over the years. And so as I'm creating this, nonprofit organizations, Taja's House, so that we can be a support, that we can be a system in which others can reach out worldwide, internationally, others can reach out. And we can lead by this example, and that other parents will have hope to continue. So, yes, and I'm agreeing with that too. My sister said, amen. I agree that Taja will speak fluently. When Taja opened her mouth to tell her own testimony, when she is able to communicate to us and tell us why she had been silent, when she's able to communicate with us and tell us all the things that she has been through. Last year, she had a life-death experience last year, for those of you that don't know, because some of you who are my family, you know the things that she has been through. But last year, Taja had 2 surgeries last year, bowel blockage. And I didn't keep it a secret until after I released the information after the surgery, because I'm a strong believer of praying in faith without fear, and staying in faith and staying in God's presence. But Taja had a bowel blockage last July, and she had 2 surgeries. She had 2, not one, she had 2 surgeries. And what blows my mind, as if what I just told you wasn't enough, the other thing that blows my mind is that when they did the CT scan, they came to me and they said her organs are not in the right place. They said, I'm glad that you brought her in when you did, and I'm glad that you were persistent in her care, because when we looked at the CAT scan, the CT scan, there's some other things that's happening on the inside of her. So what they said to me is that not only are her bowels blocked, but her organs. And when I say organs, people, I'm talking about her kidneys, her liver, her appendix. Her appendix was sitting underneath her heart. It was all misplaced and out of alignment. And I say, how does this happen? And they told me that she was born this way. And it's just starting to show up, because she didn't have any other problems. She was, yes, we had autism, and yes, we had epilepsy. But now I understood the connection to the brain in the intestines. Oh, I can tell you some things because we've been through some things. And so now I'm starting to understand why the seizures were happening and why these different things were out of alignment, right? Because her organs, if you can imagine that, the doctors came in and checked her after surgery. And this one doctor, he was so excited to come in to check her after her surgery, because he said, I just had to come in the room to see how she was doing. I personally assisted on her surgery. And when I tell you, now he forget I'm the mother and I'm listening to what they're saying about my child. And he said, I came in the room and I'm telling you, we literally took out all of her insides and all of her intestines, and we put it on a tray, and then we put it back in. We took out the blockage, we cut out part of the intestines, and then we tacked everything back in its place. And they said we removed the appendix from her because it was sitting under her heart in the wrong position. And see, I'm a praying woman, for those of you that don't know me. Most of you know me, but I'm a praying woman. And in the process, I had my people praying, and we were praying throughout this prayer. And all I can say, to God be the glory. To God be the glory. Because they said she was born that way. I was like, well, she done had x-rays before. That wasn't her first CT scan. But this was the first time it was revealed. And they told me that had you not brought her in, her intestines would have kept rolling around and it was going to choke off the life from the organs until she was dead. So we was looking at life, death. She had lost all of this weight and she looked really frail. And I said, but God, but I had to come to terms. And I said, you know what, Lord, you have taken us all of these years. To God be the glory. Your will be done. And I had to face the fact that one thing I know for sure is that Taja sees angels and Taja has a relationship with the Lord. Taja is such a joy. And she loved being in the presence of prayer. And she loved being in that presence. For those of you that are on here that know her, that have had the pleasure of meeting her, that have had that, type, truth in chat because you've had time in her presence. So she's always happy. She's always excited. She likes things that are good. She likes things that are happy. She likes things that are exciting. So she can sense those things that are bad. It's like she have the senses, or extremely sensitive because she knows she have a knowing, a divine knowing on her life. And so it's a lot of things that I take from her. And it's like, oh my God, it's so encouraging. And as we have been through these things and God delivered her yet again, God delivered her yet again. So Taja, this year is about to be 27 years old when the doctors gave us all types of negative reports on type of negative report on type of negative report. But here we are, 27 years in. To God be the glory. But we're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate now. We're going to celebrate this month of November. So it is my goal to tell you other little things about Miss Taja. It is my goal to encourage other parents who are in this journey, because a lot of, and then also, if you're listening to me, and if you have a child who have all of their faculties and you're complaining about this child is getting on my nerves, I need you to stop. I need you to be thankful. I need you to have an attitude of gratitude, because there's a lot of things, or a lot of parents who are praying and wishing that their child can do the things that you say are getting on your nerves. So what's getting on your nerves is somebody's answered prayer. I'm just saying. I've had people say, oh, this child just talks so much and talks so much and talks so much. And I'm like, and I'm praying that mine talk to me. Right? So I can go on about this topic because, like I said, we have been through this and we're going to new levels in this. And I'm going to share with people and take their questions and see what words of wisdom that I can give, that I can implant. And I know I can encourage. And I know that we have story after story, testimony after testimony after testimony. And we're going to celebrate the life. That's right, Deb. We're going to celebrate life. We're going to celebrate this life that God has entrusted to me, because that's the thing that I had to understand, that I'm entrusted. This life has been entrusted to me. It is my assignment to make sure that she have the best life possible here on earth. It is my assignment to make sure that she gets the best resources available to her so she can have the best life here on earth. She does not have to live a poor quality life. She does not. That is not the promises of God. The promises of God, yes and amen. And he give us life so that we can have life more abundantly. And we're going to have and be all immersed into abundant life. Abundant life. Abundant life. And we're going to do it. And we're going to spread it. And we're going to invite others to do the same. And so what you're saying, that Taja has always been a joy to be around, but she doesn't like people who speak loudly around her. Nope. And she doesn't like negativity. She can discern all of those things. She don't like that. And so the joy, and as I'm talking about her, she can hear my voice, and she's over there laughing and rocking right now. She's laughing and rocking right now because she can hear the tone, she can hear the excitement, and she definitely hear her name. So she knows her name. But Taja's house, that's what it is. It's going to be a variety of different things. Like I said, we're going to get it started because, like I'm always saying, we're only one decision away from change. And when I got this reminder, this is the charge. I have several things that I'm doing right now, and this would definitely be a part of my Bubbles for Life, a part of this everything that God have me building in this season, in this moment. And because he has made me multifaceted, because he has given me a multitude of ideas, he is constantly showing me how to collaborate and how to put them all together. So this is a part of Bubbles for Life. Bubbles for Life is my core business. It is my LLC. It is where I put together things as God showed me things and different things that we're teaching. You will find it all in Bubbles for Life at bubblesforlife.com. I'll be adding more content to that. There are some things that are free, and then there are some things that you have to invest in. So there's also the Bubbles for Life Facebook group. If you're not a part of that group, please, feel free to join us, because again, this is being streamed on Bubbles for Life, and Bubbles for Life is a space in which I share my wheelhouse of wisdom. And as I'm getting more of a schedule and more organized, then it will be more input into those sites. And there's also those of you that follow me, right now, also that we all up in the sexy zone. I'll tell you more about that because that's going to be happening on November 15th. God created sexy. And so if you're not walking in your sexy, if you need to know what that's all about, I'll be posting some things, and you can follow that on Facebook. You can follow that also on YouTube. You can follow some of it on Instagram. So just building those platforms as we go. But what you can expect for Taja's house, I've shared what it is. We're going to release the Facebook page on Saturday on her birthday. We'll be celebrating all day. I will most likely have the Taja's house t-shirts. For those of you that don't know Taja, you see the hanger. Those of you that know Taja, you know that the hanger is significant. That is her security piece. She don't leave home without it. She don't go anywhere without it. She's always looking for it. She has to have it with her. So we couldn't do a Taja's house without that symbol, because it represents who she is as a person. So you can expect, like I said, tips, some best practices. I'll have some specialists coming in. I'll be reaching out to a few people that I know is on this journey, and we're going to bring some of these things into the spotlight. We'll be creating some hashtags. I'm already using hashtag Raising Taja. I'll be using the hashtag Taja's House, and then as things come up, we'll be adding to it. So as it develops, we'll be adding to it. I'll definitely be keeping you posted. So again, thank you for joining us and coming in and listening to this. I'm really, really, really excited, really excited. So I will be letting you know more. Definitely will be talking about this pretty much in everything that I do, because it's so much a part of me. It's like, how could I not? So I am learning to be all inclusive, all of me. And this is all the different faces of my life. And I used to try to put it all in a box, or let me just be this over here. And no, this is Pamela. This is all of me. This is all of me. All of me to you. All of me. So I am a mother of a child with special needs, and now an adult with special needs. I am a mother of 3 that I birthed. I am I am a grandmother. I am a nana. I carry all of these titles. It is all of me. I am a minister. I am a prayer leader. I am all of that, but I am a woman. So this is why I can talk to you in the sexy zone. I am an author. I have written books. I have written things, and I'll be releasing more. I am a personal development strategist. I use my wheelhouse of wisdom to help people shift their mindset and get rid of old patterns and old behaviors so that you can do more for life. So all of these things, I am the creator of BuBBle therapy. I am all of those things because God called me to do all of the above. And so I fully embrace everything that I am. I fully embrace all that I'm called to be. I fully embrace and I am determined to walk in everything that God has called me to do, God has called me to be, and I'm going to be all because I know it's not by my power, it's by his power, his strength, his might, and that keeps us going and that we constantly overcome. We constantly overcome. So, whoo, that's a lot. But I'm excited. Yay. I'm so excited. I'm excited to be birthing this baby that's based on my baby that is now grown woman status. Actually, she like, yes, Tay Tay. Yeah, she over there rocking it out. She's like, yep, grown woman, grown woman. So thank you guys again. It is a pleasure. Um, Again, this is your girl, Pamela Garrison. And as I'm getting ready to sign off on this one, I'm going to tell you my words of be blessed, don't stress, and blow bubbles. Be blessed, don't stress, blow bubbles. This is election time. I hope that you got out and voted. It's a crucial time. Your vote does matter. So I hope that you got out and cast your vote. Hi, my sister Norma. Thank you for being in the house, Miss Norma Bryant. Yes, is in the house. I was wrapping it up, my sister. So if you can catch that the replay and you find out all about Miss Taja and Taja's house as I share her story and share her testimony and share the things that are to come that we're releasing in this month, her birthday month. I'm so excited about it all. But I hope that everyone got out and cast a vote or voted early so that you know that your voice matters. And so I'm going to end on that. Be blessed, don't stress, blow bubbles. Again, this is author Pamela Garrison. I'm signing out using my wheelhouse of wisdom to build bubbles for life. Okay? Good night, all. Or I should just say bye. Be blessed, my people.